Thank you, Scott. Good evening, Manchester. I'm going to read 7 poems, a combination of some older work and some more recent stuff. I shouldn't have put there because it will stop me reading the older stuff. This is called a fictional map of the night sky above N7. This is necessary because you cannot see the night sky in N7. I felt obliged to create a fictional one. It's a visual piece as well as a spoken piece, so you can see there's some line breaks erratically and words broken up and stuff there. This is condensed light, inaudible against the night sky, drapes like stars dwindle, the moon's foregone. EC conclusion with autistic pinpricks. What about this metaphysical furniture? He blurts instances onto something. This scores unreadable stutter, thoughts half-formed, fetal pillows, rash, real remedy, ease, peels eyes off the mirror, during cyan and the stubble leaves imprints, picking out a rhythm that lasts, it's staccato at first, then melancholy becomes tedious, like this inaudible sky dwindles conclusion, somewhat metaphysical but convinced to hit thoughts, pillows, song, peels, mirroring the picking at against drapes with all about. He scores some half-e thing, eyeing him like the Turing shroud, stubbly out at last becomes firstly tedious sky where the stars, moons are autistic furniture and unreadable form, shrill like the E impressions of leaves. That is, the night stars are foregone pinbricks. He blurts something that is fetal remedies, nicotine in the imprints, the rhythms, staccato, melancholy, like this conclusion. I'm going to stick on the idea of maps. This is called Archipelago, a map of Great Britain. It looks something like Britain. So this is then, and we're all laid and sanded like your stuffed shirts, like your pom stick, like your England. This is not England, but we're all turning English. Spell like Jetson, what was saying, raft of favour, raft of plenty. Where's the bread bin? Where's the source text? Nothing written, not informal sense of sentence. What was hatred, violence, never ever has been, neither whim or blunt aesthetic. Land of poets, land of bedsheets, coffin chasers, rendered empty, swag with history, flag is commascop. Stop, chaff the knees, a wretched cradle. Said that magic doesn't work, it obviously does, just look. A Chardonnay, deep pan chaffage, resigned with plums, white goods and wet wipes. Secure the borders, a fox's turncoat, what a clamour. Palms and tongues make much of muchness, dustbin lids and civic stones. Sickle sorrow, sickle sorrow, sickle sorrow. And a final, third map, poem number 3 of 7. This is called Each Line Gets Shorter and Shorter, a map of South America, and it looks something like this, with each line getting shorter. Slide frame, slipstream, rush focus, river stones, feet, falls, prints, each second vibrates, tunnels, each corner, quadriblock works itself, system, distinct flavour, alert to moment, to some whole light, cogs, tawdry, Paulin, mechanical, bake-believe, perverse conjuring, cult in every attic, omnimaniacal, cash giver, contra fee, form static, all surfaces familiar yet strange, had ringing towards signal calls, has a truth that dare not utter. It is that fragile grasp onto faintest pattern strings and hope that the breath of the nursery refracts around the enclosure. Watchlights, mirror spectral flux renders each an inch of actuality will do. Yes, meat is rather complex, viable, and F from this to that AG, the yes, the not charity, the other love in eyes transmits and bounds around the human pen. Darling, darling, and the flesh is severed every street lamp, the mind's some kind of acid canvas cinder, upon then upon the southern star, asleep transparency, steel engravings, the drip, drip, forgotten art of lies screws itself through some dumbstruck vein of leaf, where the cloud in organ form, we are just truth and witness to the seeping dew through perforation, such liquid and mechanics, causal frenzy, orgiastic chatter, wounds of bliss inert to heaven summon. Sea stink got no jizz and jive left for us honey, or is it simply we saved some anima for way back when the incantations meant something, touched ourselves, pillar to source, instinct and pulse drags to places, many places, high yearn or seaside, paint dreams ashore, that words always burrow in burrow, barrow, barrow, hand to mouth, her shimmer this coil, we memorised, mesmerised, dancing to rhythm, but not the little ones that under stars omni me prenda. I've recently been doing some odes to female rock musicians. This is to Kim Deal. To revert inside your image is no further sanction, where your teeth enmesh in these unrealised sensibilities that stretch mark to the point of social exclusion. Inhabit these rough edges all body and fever, fear-filled wanks and version, unended my case, my lowercase, I will be your wanna-maker. Where England's shores sees right up to dream unsatisfactory dreams and live unlovable minutes, the crudest source of all compassion. Aesthetic glitch and drizzle is but a little smear and hope. Or how I wanted to take smack and fuck as if the promised absence was some kind of messed epiphany, but in every sense this was preferable to their version of Jesus, who rejected me as an officer sunbeam. When even Christ has turned his back to me, you will be there, a function of desire and refusal. Non-existent practically, but a subconscious ache, like God was, but actual. At least this is why I love music. This is for Debbie Harry. Tat and deranged, my crazed boy head, the ever Wednesday infiltrating every pore. Some future sense where psychot-like or zygot-like we could find one another among the soft furnishings in the days before AIDS. In cars we chewed with dreadful flighting, sunlighting, blowjobs and special K, the promise of LA, a ruined Ovette chased down on CFCs. I'd go into your chord changes, but never superstrict these languages you'd overcome as fulcrum, in spite of anathema. Our sisters always loved you and taught us tobacco young. At some point, fantasy clashes with adult narrative, and it sounds like this, shaking down the common cortex, the mutual plexus, atomic blossoms. And then this next one's to Kate Bush, recently on tour.
No pictures, please.
I'm a mushka, my little skillion and pink and crushed asphalt tendons. How goes it, pet? How is thee, petal? By Stoke or storm of yonder loss ye sang. Such voices knelled and dwelt in near thy saplings, and none before had danced as such, nor scratched such starlight o'er the stakes of Bexley Heath, where years before they gathered and prayed to dead gods, or swelled with inexpressible November Caesars. Forgotten in the terrace chase, they whispered still till dawn and tenderness, yeah, and even in grey light, latin she said, and strung stung notes of tongue. The myths and self-deceptions have left us, denied by false histories, surrendered in schizoid cusps. We falter along in image, in the shallows of private interest. But yet we dreamt that we were breathing, and that the song and the sign combined in you is a self that is never utterable, an unborn, fetal twin of language. And then I'm going to finish off with an excerpt from something called Truth Serum versus Erroneous Shit, a fault-line encyclopedia in 27 parts, laughter, magic, electricity, the rational hysteria of the mass mind, everything of importance, and this is part 5, commodity. I wrote it when I resigned from the financial publishers Euromoney. It seems more relevant now, but it was written in 2004. Commodity vanishes in a puff of logic gone. Just like that, it's vanished. The antithesis of the dialectical, not really. How does it relate to the goods? How does it inform speech? Inextricably, it does, not really. Everyone recognised a PR campaign orchestrated in 4 corners. We named our country after cola. This hasn't happened yet, but don't let that trouble you. A place of invisible proportions. Let me explain how a TARDIS works and we get to ICE and electronic banking. It is the structure of rational European consciousness run amok. Nice suit though, you look good in that latte. And damn, I am pleased about central heating and the semblance of a liberal press. Monday comes with twittering, singing horses. We've got your name. It has been precious since the advent of the alarm. Invention is the mother of necessity. I got this via text message. Every object in this room in some way doesn't correspond to the Velcro city limits. Every object in this room helps keep the creases gone from a silk tie. They are in some way foundations of a silver bridge between here and La Paz, or ramparts of an underground lake between here and Samaria. This hasn't happened yet. Don't let it trouble you. The cheque only clears because of trading futures. Economics keeps itself opaque, dull yet ostentatious, because at its core any idiot can grasp it. Mirror, mirror, how you like them apples? There is a move away from plain vanilla. Some people would sell a kidney for a shot at Monday back, to trade on equal terms. Dreamers, millionaires in the hypothetical. One day the shopping mall will be terrific, and even the stupid and ignorant will fly like dolphins do in their head when they swim really, really fast. This hasn't happened yet, but will do, because it has to, because it says so everywhere, so it must be true. Poetry is scarcely a commodity at all. This is as good as useless. It is of supreme importance. It says so nowhere. Thank you.
Yeah.